Cargill has made an admission about WWE. In this video, we're going to look at what the top WWE star had to say and why it's so important. Because since Jade Cargill signed with WWE almost a year ago, think about how time flies. She has taken this company by storm, and they took their time with her. And I think that time, that investment of her going day in, day out, down to the Performance Center, really honing in on the fundamentals of in-ring word selling, getting used to the camera, promo style, the WWE style, etc., and continuously learn, I think that has paid off. Because ever since she stepped foot inside of a WWE ring at the Royal Rumble, having that awesome stare-down, showdown with Bianca Belair, setting the stage for what to come, it set the expectations of what to come. From the moment that her music hit, to the moment that she walked out, to the moment she got into the ring, and to the last minute she went through the curtain, all the eyes were on Jade Cargill, because at the time she was only the second AEW star to join WWE following Cody Rhodes coming in 2022. Just like Cody Rhodes, WWE knew that they had to make a big splash with Jade Cargill because it sent a message. It sent a message to the fans, and it sent a message to the wrestlers. It was the same message to both places. If you come from AEW to WWE, you will get a fair shot at becoming a superstar. They did it with Cody Rhodes. They did it with Jade Cargill. With Jade Cargill, obviously a much different place than when she was in AEW, and a much different spot from a Cody Rhodes. She was brought in and immediately paired with Bianca Belair and Naomi, two fan favorites, because they were going with a babyface push. Instead of pushing her to the moon and making her women's champion and this dominant heel in which she had portrayed in All Elite Wrestling, they said, nah, that is not going to happen. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair are at the top of the mountain in the women's tag team division right now. They are two top stars on Friday Night SmackDown, and since they have become tag team champions, they've been featured on television and at house shows on most weeks consistently, and that's important. And that leads us to today's topic, because Jade Cargill did an interview with The Ringer and was asked the differences between working with AEW and WWE, and this is what she had to say. I came out with the Royal Rumble, but I have consistently been working since Mania. The travel is brutal. It is very, very brutal. And the crazy thing about it is, and I know Bianca talks about this all the time, this isn't even half of what they used to do for travel. The fact that we travel internationally and then we have to turn around and people have to go to Raw, and their clocks have to be on point to whatever time change they're on right now, I think it's crazy. You have to go out there. You have to go and perform. You have to be 100% in front of these people, regardless if you're jet lagged, if you're beat up from a week tour like we just had in Germany, and then you had to go off and have a PLE that Saturday. That is very much different for me, because I was so used to working 1 day a week, maybe 2 days a week, traveling on the same day and leaving the next morning as early as I can. One thing for sure, and again, B can attest to this, is literally you share your life with the WWE universe. I'm not used to that. I would say that's the biggest challenge to all of this, the travel. Yes, you take all the bumps. Yes, you go to the ring. Yes, all of this stuff, but the travel is the biggest part of it. Now, I want to make this very, very clear that there is talk of WWE cutting back on live events in 2025, which means wrestlers will be on the road a lot less. And we've already seen that throughout 2024. And the remainder of 2024, there's only a select, few house shows out there, with the idea being that you do, your Christmas tours and your Road to WrestleMania tours, but mostly you're just going to stick with international tours and house show or international tours, television shows, PLEs, etc. That's what Jade Cargill is going to be facing. That is what the rest of the WWE roster will be facing, and that's important to point out. Yes, things are much, much different, but I will also say this. Look at where AEW has gone since Jade Cargill left last year, right? Even when she was around, they started to do this schedule, but it wasn't as much as they are now. So you have AEW Dynamite on Wednesdays, and then you have Collision on Saturdays. Now they're basically doing monthly pay-per-view events. And with the rumored BD deal with Warner Bros. Discovery, it's very likely that they're going to do monthly PLEs, pay-per-view events, whatever you want to call it, with the idea being that you would put it on Max, charge $9.99 a month, $14.99 a month, whatever it is, and not have to ask your fan base to shell out $49 a month for these freaking pay-per-view events that they're great, but they last forever. So anyway, with Jade Cargill, yeah, she's 1,000% right on the travel, and people just don't understand what kind of travel they have to go through. Like Maven, he's talked about this. Jade Cargill's talked about this. Countless wrestlers have talked about this, where if you become a pro wrestler, yeah, you're going to make good money in WWE or in AEW. If you don't, you're going to struggle. And then once you get to these bigger promotions, well, guess what, bud? You're a 1099. You're an independent contractor, so you got to pay for your hotel, you got to pay for your food, your travel. The only thing that they pay for is a flight ticket. Flight ticket to go to the TV and a flight ticket to come home. That's all, which is ridiculous. You got to pay for your own health insurance, which is at a premium considering it's pro wrestling and you're going to get hurt, right? But that's the reality. And so while, yes, you make, you gross a lot, well, what do you net? What do you save after all of your just on-road expenses? That's not even, your home and your family and your savings and your retirements and your investments and all this other stuff. It's a lot to undertake. It's a lot to kind of adapt to. And with Jade Cargill, yeah, she's in this forefront of, while yes, travel sucks right now, well, it used to be a heck of a lot worse. And I can only imagine what it's like to do that schedule. And that's actually one of the pros that AEW has. Now, they are, in 2025, they are branching out to doing more international events. The only difference between them and a WWE is the fact that they don't have to go out and do these long international tours, right? They don't have to do that type of stuff. So that does help them in that regard. But WWE, they're going to cut back. And I think doing Raw and SmackDown and an occasional NXT appearance, and you do a PLE once a month, I think they'll do house shows maybe once a month or so, and that does include international, so that could definitely be something there, but it'll be interesting to see where this model goes. But look, Jade Cargill, she's doing wonders right now as a tag team star. She's going to be a future world champion one day. She's already a superstar, and her star power can only go up from here, so I look forward to seeing what she can do going in the future. As long as WWE continuously books her in the right way, which I think that they will. But I want to know your thoughts. Where do you think Jade Cargill lies? Did you like her better in AEW than WWE? Do you like her in WWE more than AEW? And if you like this content and you want to see more Jade Cargill content, click the video right here, and I will see each and every one of you in the next video.